Hey Jess. Hey girl, hope you're doing great. I wanted to record something for you. I don't know what you're up to today, so I thought I would record this for you just so you just had it as a reference. But I noticed that you enrolled a couple people. You did that when you were away, and I have to apologize, and I'm totally going to blame the kids on this. I didn't see that you had messaged me, and I think that that is strictly just due to the fact that the kids use my phone for gaming. I apologize. I wasn't really paying attention to my phone that weekend anyhow, but regardless, I missed it. They must have opened it and looked at it, and it didn't look like a new message to me anymore. So anyways, my apologies for that. But listen, I wanted to let you know that once you enroll someone, which is awesome that you're having this kind of success so early on in your biz, what you're always going to want to be doing is making sure that within 14 days of enrolling somebody that you're placing them somewhere in your organization. So I'm going to screen share with you in just a sec and show you what I mean by that. And you're actually structured beautifully now because you have both your mom and Candace enrolled as wellness advocates. And even though they're not placing 100 LRP orders right now, it's okay. We're not even going to worry about that until you get to the point where you actually need them to either create an order in the month that you're about to rank up. And we'll talk about that as you approach Elite, and certainly as you get close to approaching Premier. Premier is so special because you need two legs in an organization. So Premier is 5,000 PV, so 5,000 volume. That includes your volume. And the way it has to be structured is two of your legs. One has to represent 2,000 PV and the other has to represent 2,000 PV. The other 1,000 can come from wherever in your organization. It doesn't necessarily have to be structured in any way. So you're really structured super well for this. But I wanted to send this to you so that you knew you're going to want to take those new enrollments and put them under, if you're focused on building up your sister first, or focused on building up your mom, or if you just want to do an even split down the middle, I'll leave that with you. But I just wanted to show you quickly how to do it. It's super easy, okay? So I'm just going to pop over and do a screen share with you. Bear with me for just a sec. Just got to find the right screen here, Jess. Okay. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So now that we're over here, I'm actually in your back office because I really wanted to show you how to do this for yourself. So what you would do is you would find this tab here, which is the team tab. When you click on that, it's going to bring up a whole host of other options for you, which up until this point, you haven't really had a need to take a look at, but now you do because you have to get those new enrollments placed. So at any point, you can go through and click on what all of these little guys over here mean, but for today's purposes, the one that's going to be important to you is the one called sponsor changes. So click on sponsor changes, and what's going to pop up are the people that you have enrolled that you have time to place somewhere in your organization. After 14 days have expired, that person, if you have failed to move them somewhere, they stay on your front line. So it's not the end of the world if you forget, but it's not ideal, right? Because you're trying to place volume in specific areas. So in this case, let's take, I'm not even going to say her name right, Klashina, pretty name, but I'm going to butcher it. So what you would do, you have 4 days left to move her. So you would click on sponsor change. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I can back out of it. When the opportunity comes up, what you would do is either put in your mom's ID number or your sister's ID number, okay? Then what it will do is it will actually say either Candace or your mom's name. So you want to make sure that the right name comes up. I have accidentally keyed in the wrong number before. The wrong name pops up. And I was like, oh, geez. Okay, so back out of that, okay? So just make sure that you verify that it's the proper name. You hit verify. It will remind you again that if you hit verify one more time, it's going to confirm everything and it'll stay as is. So just make sure you're putting them where you want them. That is really all there is to it. So you're going to want to take care of that for your first enrollment, obviously within the next 4 days. You have a little bit more time with Christina. And that's totally up to you how you want to approach that. In the future, I want you to be aware. I think it's so awesome that you talked to both Candace and your mom about kind of being placeholders or spot holders for you as you develop and structure your business. Something you should know is this. I'm going to use Christina as the example. Christina enrolled as a wholesale customer, which 95% of the people are always going to do. What you want to do with a wholesale customer over the next little while is really nurture them, and specifically for 90 days. That's kind of the goal. This is sort of a new implementation from doTERRA. This is something we've only just rolled out as of this past fall. But here's how it works, Jess. You would enroll somebody as a wholesale member, and most people don't know that they want to do the business right away. For most people, they're hearing about oils for the first time, and that's really cool. So what you're going to want to do with, I'll use Christina as the example, is set her up with all of the good things like the welcome letter, plug her into some of the Facebook groups if she's not doing that herself, maybe put her on the email drip that Ange has created so she's getting bite-sized pieces of information. And you basically work with her over the next 90 days, helping her really fall in love with her oils and getting things figured out. When you start approaching the end of that 90 days, that's when you can start having that conversation with her about what it might be like to partner with you in business, if she's showing signs of that, right? Let her know about it and have her make that decision. After the 90 days have expired, doTERRA offers you the opportunity to have another 14 days to move that person. So it's this beautiful scenario where if you had your mom and you had Candace, but you were looking for a really solid third builder on your organization because you have goals of getting to silver one day and you need 3 elites to hit silver, you would have the opportunity to work in this example with Christina after the 90-day mark. So now she's been a wholesale customer for 90 days. She's decided she just loves this, wants to partner with you and grow. You now have 14 days. Like, it's almost like re-enrolling her, basically. She's going to upgrade her account, and you have the chance to move her wherever the heck you want on your team. Maybe she stays exactly where she is. That will be up to you, and we can talk about that together. But it's so fun. So people either come into the business and you need them, like your mom and your sister, to be placeholders. They might not end up being your big builders in the future. It's quite likely that that won't be the case, but you need a starting point. And most people will come into the business as wholesale customers, and eventually you'll have that opportunity to move them should you wish to do that, okay? But it's 90 days is sort of the key time. If they upgrade their account prior to the 90 days, they stay, and wherever you place them originally is where they stay. There's not an opportunity to move them somewhere else. So there's pros and cons to that for sure, but it's really about keeping in close contact with that person. And knowing what it is that they want out of this experience. So anyways, that was longer than I intended to be, Jess, but I really wanted to show you just how to move both of these 2 enrollments and to congratulate you. And again, apologize for not having seen your message. I don't know which one to blame, Zach or Caden or Gabby, but take your pick, all 3 culprits. Anyways, hope you're having a good day, my love. Give the boys a kiss, and we will talk to you real soon, I hope, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.